Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation GoldenEye. Turn 12.1, Germany. It is January 1942, and that means neutral force additions. Thessaly gets an infantry, Portugal gets a militia, and Gotland gets an artillery and an anti-aircraft artillery. Please correct me if I'm missing something. I have 5 tech rolls that I already generated via PBE. I rolled for advanced artillery and I succeeded with a 12, so I advanced to stage 2. I rolled an 8 for heavy armor and succeeded, so I advanced to stage 2. For long range aircraft, I failed, rolling a 5, so I stay at stage 0. For wartime economy, again, I fail with a 5 and I remain at stage 3, gnashing my teeth. For improved construction, I succeeded with an 11. So I completed improved construction, and knowing that, I made some different purchases that you see laid out there. I'm going to get 2 militia for 4, 1 airborne infantry for 3, that's 7, 5 cavalry for 15, that's 22, 2 advanced mechanized infantry for 8, that's 30, 2 SS Panzergrenadiers for 8, that's 38, 1 jet fighter for 12, that's 50. I'm going to complete construction of the airbase in eastern Ukraine for 2, that's 52. I'm going to construct a rail on the border of Lubelski and southern Belarusia for 1, that's 53. And I'm going to lend lease 1 jet fighter to Italy for 12, that's 65. In the upper right, I have my free blue division for winning the Spanish Civil War. Okay, now I want to talk about that rail that is in Lubelski up here. Okay. So you see that there's this damaged rail that Madman Dan did scorched earth here between Lubelski and southern Belarusia. I could repair that for 1, or I could build new rail for 1. If I repair it, I can use it this turn, but it will be repaired with the Russian, the Soviet, I think they have narrow gauge. I might be mixing it up, whether Europeans wide and the Soviets are narrow. I think that's what it is. But if I build new, I want to build the same gauge that the Europeans are using. I don't know if that's how it works, if I can build new and continue the rail line into southern Belarusia. I won't be able to use it this turn, but that's what I'm doing. I'm building brand new rail. That's the deal with that rail line. Okay, combat movement. I need probably to zoom out a bit. And we want to get the subs there, because I'm raging against this coastal defense ship that stymied me with the 2. I tried 2 coastal subs against him. This time I'm going to try 2 German subs against him, but we'll get to that later. First, we're going to have an attack on northern Belarusia. So I'm going to take 2 cavalry from Warsaw. They'll go 1-2 into northern Belarusia. And then I'm going to bring some aircraft from down here in western Ukraine. I'm going to bring the 2 fighters and the tactical bomber. They'll go 1-2 into northern Belarusia and land here in southern Belarusia. That's 2 fighters in attack. And then from over here in western Germany, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 into northern Belarusia and land in southern Belarusia. So I told Madman Dan I was coming at him. Here he had 3 militia in northern Belarusia. You have 2 cavalry, 2 fighters, a tactical bomber, and a jet. And asked him, does he want to scramble these 3 fighters that are in Leningrad into that fight, since he has an airbase? And he declined. Okay, that'll be that battle. Into Smolensk. I'm going to move 6 infantry, 1 anti-aircraft artillery, and this medium bomber will fly from Romania. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it can go 6, 5, 6, because it's coming from Romania with an airbase, so it's going to land in eastern Ukraine. All right. Let's see. Is there anything I'm missing there? Oh yeah. Then I'm going to have 2 advanced mechanized infantry move 1-2 from Lubelski into Smolensk. That leaves behind 2 advanced mechanized infantry and 2 SS Panzergrenadiers in Lubelski. And those guys are going to move from Lubelski into Oral-Kursk. So 2 Advanced Mechanized and 2 SS Panzergrenadiers from Lubelski into Oral-Kursk. Then from southern Belarusia, I've got units on a task force marker here that are going to move into Oral-Kursk. Those units are 4 infantry, 6 cavalry, 1 motorized infantry, 2 advanced mechanized infantry, 4 medium armor, 1 artillery, 2 self-propelled artillery, and an anti-aircraft artillery. Then coming from eastern Ukraine, on this task force marker, everything except 1 SS Panzergrenadier. There's 2 in this group. One of them's going to stay behind. The other one's going to move up into Oral-Kursk. So all those guys are moving into Oral-Kursk. Let's go over what's on that task force marker. 13 infantry, 5 cavalry, 1 motorized infantry, 1 advanced mechanized infantry, 1 SS Panzergrenadier, 3 medium armor, 1 artillery, 2 self-propelled artillery, and 2 anti-aircraft artillery move from eastern Ukraine into Oral-Kursk. So that leaves this SS Panzergrenadier to move from eastern Ukraine into Donetsk, Kuban, and then blitz from Donetsk, Kuban up into Oral-Kursk. Okay, so that's not worth anything, but that becomes German. I know I'm missing something. Yeah, I missed this infantry moves from Latvia into Estonia. Okay, it's not worth anything either. So, I think, let me just double check. Blitz. Okay, now, this cavalry in southern Ukraine is going to move over 1 into Turida. It's a walk-in. And these 3 cavalry from Romania are going to go 1, 2 into Turida. So I've got 4 cavalry in Turida. That's worth 1. The Soviets go down 1. The Germans go up 1. The Germans go up to 58. USSR is at 45. At least that's my count. Let me know if I'm wrong. Okay, this strategic bomber, let me make sure you can see my strategic bomber in Romania and where it's going to hit. I think you can just barely make out Transjordan. So it's going to pick up an airborne infantry here in Romania. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to Transjordan, 6, 7 land in western Egypt, and that is going to make the UK or the Great Britain go down 1, and Germany will go up 1. So I have Great Britain at 23 and Germany at 59. Let's do some rolling. Oh, no. Importantly, I'm going to move these 2 subs, bam, into there and try 2 at 3 first strikes. Boy, I'm going to be so bummed if he hits me again. I had such terrible luck last turn against the UK, the Royal Navy. They just dominated me. I only killed 1 British naval unit and I lost 4. It was so painful. That is the end of my combat movement. So now we go on to combat phase. And that means we need to zoom in on the dice over here. Okay. So let's do northern Belarusia. I'm going to save the best for last, save my 2 first strike angry subs. I have 2 cavalry in northern Belarusia. It's normal terrain, so it's 2 at 3. I got a hit. And then I have 2 fighters at 3. Got another hit, just barely. That's 2. I need a third one. I've got a tactical bomber, and if that doesn't work, I've still got the jet. Okay, so I did hit 3 times. He has 3 at 2 with his militia, and he got a hit. So I barely take it with 1 cavalry in northern Belarusia. And it's not worth anything, so no, it doesn't cause the IPP chart to change. Alright, there's that. Now, Smolensk is worth something. So he's got 2 militia, but they're in a city, so they're defending at 3. And I've got 6 at 1. Yeah. Getting 3 more dice. Okay, I've got 6 at 2. I think I might have said 6 at 3, but it's 6 at 2 with my infantry attacking commands. Got a hit. That's average. And then I've got the 2 Advanced Mechanized Infantry attacking at 4. Another hit. That's all I needed. He has 2 at 3. Miss. Okay, so I take Smolensk without any loss, and it is worth 1. I take it with 6 infantry, 2 advanced mechanized infantry, and then this anti-aircraft artillery. And that makes Germany go up 1, and the USSR go down 1. Let's make that change. So Germany's at 60, USSR at 44. I think all I have now is my 2 subs. Is that right? Let me double check my combat. Yep, that's it. After Smolensk is my 2 subs at 3. So this is the moment of truth. Did I make a big mistake? Or am I going to get lucky and kill him before he even gets to shoot back? And I made a big mistake. He gets to fire back. He has 1 at 6. He missed. Let's try again. 2 at 3. I don't get first strike this time. Okay, he gets 1 at 6. Miss. 2 at 3. Whoa! Oh, that's really bad. I think Karulin had an infantry, and I did some damage here. Okay, so this is a miss, and I've got 1 more at 3. I hope that's right. Oh, hit. Okay, now here's his chance to retaliate. Jesus. You know what that is? That is karma. That's crazy karma, because I can't believe how many. I think he missed 3 times. I just was like, that guy needs to die. And I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have convoy raided. Oh, let's talk about convoy raiding for a brief moment here. The thing about, I thought that when you did mine laying, that you weren't going to risk getting hurt by anti-submarine warfare. But I posted a question on Discord, and the consensus was that you still do have to roll the D12, and on a 1 or 2, the sub would get killed, even if it's laying mines, which is counterintuitive to me, because if you have ships that are on destroyer escort duty or on convoy escort duty, they don't get to attack. They don't get to attack subs that are mine laying. But if you have ASW, then you do. So anyway, that makes subs less valuable, and I'm hoping that Boston Bruce will do some convoy raiding with just 1 of his subs, and hopefully he doesn't get killed. So sorry, Boston Bruce, to put that weight on you. I risked it with my subs. My subs are less valuable now that I learned that. I'm more aggressive with them after learning that. Let me just do a little housekeeping here. Okay. So, non-combat movement. 2 fighters, 1 tactical, 1 jet fly from northern Belarusia down to southern Belarusia. 1 strategic bomber flies from Transjordan over to western Egypt. And then the medium bomber flies back to eastern Ukraine. I didn't even need him. He didn't even get a chance to roll. Let's see. Okay, 1 infantry, 1 airborne infantry, and 1 air transport moved from western Ukraine, these 3 guys, into eastern Ukraine. So that's 1 infantry, 1 airborne, and 1 air transport are in eastern Ukraine with that medium bomber. Let's see. 1 medium armor moves from Romania to eastern Ukraine. So he joins that group. 1 infantry moves from Berlin to western Germany. Whoops. Yeah. Let's see. 1 fighter flies from Western Germany to Romania, and 1 fighter flies from Paris to Romania. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 3 fighters in Romania. Okay, I think that's it. I just want to double check if there's any movement that I totally forgot to do my rail movement. Okay, these 4 units are going to get railed. So they're going to get stuck at Lubelski. 2 SS Panzergrenadiers and 2 Advanced Mechanized Infantry rail from Western Germany to Lubelski. So if I had fixed that, if I had repaired that rail, then I could have gone into southern Belarusia with 2 of them. And the 2 I think I would put in would be the SS Panzergrenadiers. So if it's going to be illegal for my grade to continue, the European grade to continue into Russia, then I would have repaired that guy, and 2 of them would be in southern Belarusia. So that will be something for us to determine in the future. Okay, and then here in Eastern Germany, I've got 3 cavalry and 2 advanced mechanized that are going 1, 2 into Lubelski. So all those guys are in Lubelski, unless the rail can't be European grade. I guess that's going to be 2 of those guys for 4 chips of stack of 4 advanced mechanized infantry in Lubelski. Okay, so placement of units. So 1 militia here is going to be placed in Kiev. 1 militia is going to be placed in eastern Ukraine. 1 airborne and 1 cavalry are going to be placed in Romania. 2 cavalry will be placed in Warsaw. That air base is going to be placed in eastern Ukraine. I'm going to get rid of that construction marker and put in the air base there. Okay. There's a rail that is going to be there in Lubelski. This jet. Okay, so 2 advanced mechanized, 2 SS Panzergrenadiers, and the jet are going to go into Western Germany. So I've got 2 SS Panzergrenadiers and 2 advanced mechanized infantry. And then the jet. This rail will go here. Oh, no, wait. The whole time I've been talking about the wrong... This is where it is. It was this damaged guy that I could have repaired. And that's... Instead, I'm building the wide gauge, if that's what Europe is. And then I've got the 2 cavalry that I'm going to build in Eastern Germany. And 1 blue division gets placed in Berlin. So these 2 cavalry are in Eastern Germany, and an extra infantry is in Berlin. And then Lend-Lease of the Italian jet. So I declare where it was being built. It was being built in Bavaria, and then it rails through here to Austria into northern Italy. That's where that Italian jet ends up. Okay, one thing that happens is that at the end of the combat phase, Germany gets Iraq. Because at the end of the combat phase, if you have an Axis unit next to Iraq, then Iraq aligns with the Germans. So that will put Germany up 2 to 62. I don't have to move anyone down. Now, did I miss... Oh, Oral Kursk, I moved in there, but I don't think I ever took the 2 for that. So Germany goes up 2 to 64, and USSR goes down to 42. So let's see, they lost 1 for Smolensk, 1 for Taruta, and 2 for Oral-Kursk. So they go down from 46 down to 42. The British went down only 1 for Transjordan, and the Germans went up 7. So I started at 57, I'm at 64. Okay, it all checks out. Now let's do a review of my forces. Let's see. I'm trying to do a better job. I really admire like Panzer J. He does a good review. Yeah, basically all my opponents do a good job of reviewing. Boss and Bruce and Panzer J and Knights Templar. Madman, you and I are not the best at reviewing our units. So I'm going to do a better job. So down there in Iraq, I have an infantry. In Transjordan, I have an airborne infantry. In Taruta, I have 4 cavalry. In eastern Ukraine, I have a militia, an infantry, an airborne infantry, a medium armor, a air transport, and a medium bomber. In Kiev, I just have a militia. In Romania, I have an airborne infantry, a cavalry, and 3 fighters. In Yugoslavia, I have a militia, an infantry, and a mountain infantry. In a little bit, in Oral-Kursk, I have 17 infantry, 11 cavalry, 2 motorized infantry, 5 advanced mechanized infantry, 4 SS Panzergrenadiers, 7 medium armor, 2 artillery, 4 self-propelled artillery, and 3 anti-aircraft artillery. In southern Belarusia, I have 2 fighters, 1 tactical bomber, and 1 jet fighter. In northern Belarusia, I just have the cavalry. In Smolensk, I have 6 infantry and anti-aircraft artillery, and 2 advanced mechanized infantry. I think. Oh, in Lubelsky, I have 4 advanced mechanized infantry, 3 cavalry, and 2 SS Panzergrenadiers. In Warsaw, I have 2 cavalry. In eastern Germany, I have 2 cavalry. In western Germany, I have 2 militia, 4 infantry, 2 advanced mechanized infantry, 2 SS Panzergrenadiers, and a jet. Denmark and France are unchanged. I've got 2 subs that are in C-Zone 48. And with that, I think we can move on to collect income. So I collect 64 plus 3 for Sweden, plus 3 for Romania, plus 2 for Iraq, and plus 4 for Vichy France. So that puts me up 12 from 64. I'm at 76, and I do not get wartime economy. So next up is Madman Dan with turn 12.2, USSR.